Sauce Walka crashed out on stream and said he doesn't follow any religion and he follows his own program, and that's what makes him free. He says he thinks everybody is slaves and he don't follow no program with no white ass Jesus. That's what he said. You know, I haven't seen this clip. We're gonna react to it together. I've been seeing it floating around. Without further ado, let's get into it, man. Welcome to No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Marley G.
I love God. I just want to throw that out there. I'm not with all that. I love God.
I'm not with Jesus. I ain't with Jesus. I ain't with Baphomet. I'm not with Allah. I ain't with Buddha. I'm with Sauce Walker, drip TSL business. Whoever don't like how I feel, what I believe, that's what I believe in. I believe in some dripping. I'm retarded. That's why I act friendly. I want to know why I act friendly with this bitch and why I act friendly with women, because I cannot control my anger. The only way to control my anger is to be friendly and be nice. Because that's how I feel, or make people hate me. What I believe about life, I think everybody's stupid ass slaves. The fuck? Nobody want how I feel is all fucked up.
Mind you, Sauce Walker at least 35. Carrying yourself a certain way on camera, dog, to me, after you hit a certain age, I just feel like you got to mature. Now, he has his own right to believe in what he believes in. I'm kind of the same way. Do I believe in God? Do I believe in a higher power? Yes. But the way they portray God and all that, I think that it's hard for me to just think that whatever they portraying of how he was and things of that nature, that still holds weight to this day. You know, I just find that hard to believe. You know, I do think religion is a good structure for life, especially if it's bringing positivity to you. I do think it helps a lot of people, and I think that's fine. But I just never, locked in with any religion myself. I just feel like if you're a good person at the end of the day and you do right by others, then that should be fine. But having structure in your life, that revolving around religion, that is good. And it's funny that he says he get with his own program because that makes him free. Meanwhile, he is literally a gang member. He's a blood. So if that ain't hypocritical, I don't know what it is, And he's almost like a slave to his streams now, because he got to get up and do these streams every day, and he has to entertain. And he probably got to do certain stuff that he don't want to do. Slave to his audience. And when it comes to gang banging, you're going to have to follow some orders. And let's just say he is a big dog right now in the gang. He's still a part of a program. That's not Sauce Walker program. You're a part of the gang program. So it's kind of hypocritical to see.
The fuck? Follow no fucking program, no weak ass white Jesus. That's it, you dumb ass black motherfuckers is doing every Sunday. And I said it on stream. The fuck?
I love God. I don't have any.
Slaves. The fuck? Y'all niggas is slaves. Y'all niggas is slaves to the Bible and some shit like that. You dumb black motherfuckers. Not me. And I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about it, nigga. I do whatever the fuck I want to about anything in life. Nigga.
You going off the rails when you foaming at the mouth.
My name is Albert Walker Mundane. I do what the fuck I want to about anything, bro.
And that was another thing. He had to call her out her name, calling her a bitch. I ain't see the whole stream, but from what I'm seeing right now, she's being quiet and respectful. But I do think that religion plays a good, healthy, beneficial part in people's life because it requires structure. It requires it gives people, something that they can follow suit to, and positivity, and it keeps people on a straight path, put it like that. Like it could cut out a lot of distractions. It's a reason why a lot of girls, they turn to religion. Yes, it can be performative, but if they really stick to it, it can change their life around for the better. You know, it's a reason why a lot of people, when they down on their last, they turn to religion, and it can change for the better because they're surrounded by themselves by, a better positive people. Now, is it some negative stuff about religion that I would have to agree with? Yes. Do I think certain pastors, are kind of crooks? Do I think, certain churches are taking advantage of the black community? Yes, I do. I do think that, a lot of these religions that us black people been, with since the beginning, since as far as I can remember, and we still not too much better off following these guidelines of what they preaching. Now, some people feel like Christianity was around before we even got on a boat and came from Africa. It was all the way back then, Other people say otherwise. But the way they just depict Jesus and the way, they have stuff in the book and they say so many books were changed over time. It's just hard for me to get with a program, And one thing I don't like when people do stuff and it's just performative, or when people do stuff because it's a trend. Like right now, it's a trend to become, oh, if all else fails, let me just turn to religion and turn to Christianity, and I could just grift off them. Oh, if all else fails, I could just, do that, and I could get right into people's good spirits, and they'll just forgive me for anything. And they use religion to, take away accountability for anything. I don't like that. And I don't like when people do stuff that's trending. Like right now, a lot of people are becoming Muslim. I do think being Muslim, when you just follow the guidelines, cutting out pork from your diet, probably cutting out profanity from your language, certain things like that. That's why we talking about it can provide structure for your life, and it can help you, better off for the greater good. But some people are only doing it because it's a trend. It becomes performative, and you just trying to wear these certain things, get your Instagram pics, and it's just not cool. And then I don't like when people become a Muslim or become something else and they not going all the way by the book. Like they doing 60% of this, but the other 40%, they like, oh yeah, well, I ain't doing it this way. Nah, if you're gonna do something, be 10 toes down with it. Otherwise, don't do it at all. You can't get into something and not be 100% with it. Otherwise, don't be with it, and just take, instead of just being a Muslim, just say, oh, well, I'm not a Muslim, but I do, I do apply some of their beliefs within my own lifestyle now, because I think that is beneficial for me. Instead of just jumping in it, but you're not doing everything, that's required to be a real actual Muslim. Because you can't just get into a religion and remix it and make it be your own thing and then still have the title of it. That's whack. And you being a follower, and it's just a slap in the face to the religion if you're not going to be 100% down with the guidelines. But I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section. I do believe that, I do think a lot of the churches and, a lot of these pastors, and I do think they prey on black people's, relationship with religion, especially the older elderly, because that's the people who's spending the most money and not nothing coming back from it, But I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Is he right? Does he make a point? Right message, wrong messenger? Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, what you waiting on? Until next time, I'm out.